Come with me on a trip into angling adventure. We'll ride the ragged edge where the fish are big and wild. From the fabled Walker's Cay, we'll travel to the ends of the earth, to the loneliest oceans and the farthest rivers in search of the best light tackle action. We'll pit the smallest lures and the lightest rods against the toughest fish, and we'll burn the stories into the memory of film on the Walker's Cay Chronicles. These are the sun-drenched waters off the west coast of Panama. It's mid-May, and the northward rushing currents sweep close to the shore, carrying ton upon glittering ton of bait fish. The fish move in unison, like a single organism. Surrounding them are some of the world's largest sailfish, creatures of extraordinary beauty, power, and grace, each with lines purer and more functional than the best designed powerboat. About 10 feet long and between 90 and 150 pounds, they are high-speed hunters, using their bills like fencers use their foils. Their dorsals act like sails, stabilizing them in turbulent water. They also use them to frighten predators, unfurling them like capes so they'll appear larger and more threatening. But what most of us know is what they do at the end of a line. Sailfish jump and jump and jump in a bid to shake themselves loose of the hook. Half bird, they use the air as they use water, riding it like men of war. This fish, however, is not hooked. There are lots of theories as to why a sailfish jump voluntarily. I think it jumps for the same reason Edwin Moses ran the hurdles for half his life, because they're so good at it. If I could jump like sailfish, I'd do it every morning. The closest we get to being a sailfish, though, is by fishing for them with a fly rod. This is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Riding the big blue water, while down below the sailfish shadows the hookless bait. As it comes closer to the transom, I wait with my fly rod at the ready and my heart pounding. Watching the sailfish charge up behind the baits, its quivering body lit up like neon, its cape unfurled, is like nothing else that I know of in fishing.
Here he is. He's right on. Yeah, he's still right on the right. Yeah.
And when you hook one, your world goes into orbit. The sailfish seems to spend more time in the air than in the water during the first phase of a typical fight. The hope is that the hook will not break or fall out, that the leader knots will hold against the tremendous strain, and that I do what I'm supposed to do, bowing or genuflecting each time the fish comes out of the water, so as to create plenty of slack line. If the line's too tight, the fish can fall on it and break off. There's a lovely symbolism in my bowing as the sailfish soars. I've caught hundreds of sailfish in most of the tropical oceans of the world, and the patterns of their jumping can vary dramatically. Here in the Atlantic waters off eastern Mexico, the sails seem to be trained by gymnastic teachers. They did one cartwheel after another, which was fine. They tired themselves out quickly. One sail, however, took a novel approach to the game, preferring to employ a wicked breaststroke. I had never seen a fish stay on the surface for so long. As it approached the boat, I had the distinct feeling it had a plan that was not in my best interests. But the bigger sailfish, especially the Pacific variety, can dig in and hold you hostage for a real long time. By tilting their pectoral fins downward, they leverage tons of water against the upward pull of the line. There they'll stay until they weaken or you change the angle of the line. When they are finally brought to the boat, the goal is to tag them and release them as quickly and efficiently as possible. More sailfish are damaged at the side of the boat than at the end of the line. For all their strength and toughness, there's a fragile center to these warriors. With their oxygen low and their adrenaline pumping wildly, every second is vital. Once the streamer fly is detached from the sail's leathery mouth, the mate and angler give the fish some artificial respiration, and when the proper depth of color and strength return, the fish is released back into its world. With its cape unfurled, it regains its machismo and once more swaggers through its domain, fully recuperated and ready for whatever danger may be out there. Such was the nature of my daydream as I drove to Stuart. The plan for the day, you guessed it, to do battle with Atlantic sailfish. And by the time I pulled into the community where my fishing friends were waiting, my fishing engine was running hot.
I hope this rain holds off for us a little bit longer, Carl. So,
We got
there he is.
Hey, hello, fellas. Welcome to Stuart. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you again.
Is there some chance we're going to get out today on this stuff?
Yeah, we'll get a break.
Yeah.
It'll lighten up for us. We'll get out there.
And they're biting pretty good, too, so
Oh, boy.
we'll go get something for you.
I'll go hide the truck and I'll meet you down at the boat.
All right, man.
All right, see you down here.
No more than 15 minutes later, I was feeling the familiar roll of water under my feet. The Briar Patch did not deserve its name. This fishing machine was more comfortable than my living room, its cockpit more spacious than my porch, and its twin engines a good deal smoother and quieter than my refrigerator at 3 in the morning. We headed out at 8 bells, looking to catch the flood tide that was gathering in the Gulf Stream just offshore from Stuart, Florida.
Flip, you want to take one of these? Put it on that other line for me?
What is that?
Circle hook.
How are these things working out for you?
Really, really good. We started out using them on bottom fish and bluefin tuna, and now we're using them on everything from sailfish to black marlin. Real good conservation hook. You know, hardly ever gut hook a fish. Always get him right in the corner of the jaw. I think the mortality rate's going to drop like crazy.
You know what I'm wondering, Peter? I wonder how this would do for a fly hook.
I've been trying to talk some of the guys into using them on flies for ages. That's the secret for tarpon on bait anymore.
Well, I wonder if we could ever get these things made in a thinner wire that would be easier to cast in this size circle hook. I think this might even make a pretty neat kind of a fly hook.
I absolutely am sure of it. I've been talking to a couple of the manufacturers. I think we're going to have it shortly.
Boy, I wish you'd keep me posted on that project.
I'll
I'd
get
like
something to you.
Oh, great, thank you.
Yeah, it's a good hook.
Hard to
got
catch, aren't they?
Nice lively baits. Okay, Flip, here we go.
I put a Patterson hitch on that circle hook so it can
Cool.
swing free.
Well, listen to him croaking and grunting. Now he's going to be a nice live bait for us.
I carefully dispatched the live bait into the gray chop, then set the spinning reel on free spool.
Okay, Karl, we're in business.
Get his little porpoise brain.
Just show these guys something, they'll throw you a fish.
I wonder what that means in his little porpoise brain. Look at that.
It's a signal for sure.
He's flaunting his flukes at us. Pow!
One every time.
Hey, Flip, get a little jig ready. Look at this bait up here being pushed by the Spanish mackerel.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
You think that's because of the net ban that they passed a couple of years ago?
I don't know if it's all because of the net ban, Flip, but it's certainly one of the major factors. This is proof that conservation works. We haven't seen fishing like this here, Spanish mackerel, in these numbers 30 years.
The Spanish mackerel were cutting and slashing through the school of baitfish, and with no sails showing themselves at the moment, I cast into the fray. Almost immediately, I was rewarded.
Here we go. All right. Oh, that was such a great bite, Flip.
I love these fish. I love these little guys. Whoa, smokers.
They give a good account of themselves on this light stuff, don't they?
Love this fish.
Roger.
Here we go, Peter.
Okay, look at these gloves on. Beautiful. What a fish, huh? This is a beautiful Spanish mackerel. See the spots on him here? That's what shows that it's a Spanish. A king mackerel doesn't have the spots, and zero has got spots and lines. This is a beautiful prime Spanish mackerel.
Streamlined fish, by the way they fight, I would judge, huh?
Oh yeah, incredibly hydrodynamic, sleek, beautiful fish. Great dinner and a great bait for a marlin or a tuna.
And there's still some out there, so if you don't mind, catch another one.
Shouldn't have any problem with that with this bunch of fish here.
After several more mackerel were boated, Karl wound up the engines and headed northeast. He had seen something crashing at the surface, something that looked suspiciously like sailfish. And now as we trolled across some major seas, we awaited the arrival of our guest of honor.
Okay, there he is on the left, Flip. He's eating the left long. He's eating
There he
the
is,
left
nice fish,
long.
okay.
Should I knock it out?
Okay, let him eat it. Knock it out. Go ahead. He's coming tight.
Lock it up.
Give it
Get
to
tight
him.
on him. All right, I'll get this one out of the way. Got him on, Flip.
Come tight.
All right, got him on, Karl.
Excellent.
Wait a minute, something ain't right. Is he there?
Well, I'm not.
No, okay, get ready to let him eat it, Eddie. He must have dropped it.
No, he didn't drop it.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, there you
There we
go.
go, there he goes. Yeah, okay.
Hey, look at this.
Beautiful.
What's going on here?
Yeah, that's a crazy sailfish here, Flip.
Wow! Oh my God! Wonderful.
All right, how you doing, Flip? Oh, there he goes again. Right here. Nice job. Nice job. Look at you go.
My daydream now real, I felt the old primitive response surging through me.
go.
Long into the fight, this fish was still going to the air. When he finally went downstairs, he felt stronger than he should have. Maybe the heavy seas were giving him added strength, but I felt his every move, every head shake, every swing of his tail, and so far, he was in charge. Finally, I could sense he was weakening.
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, this tackle is so great today.
This is fun, huh?
It lets you do things that we really used to struggle with.
Plus, this is a nice challenge. I mean, this is a big fish for 10 pounds, that's fine. But, these guys catch a 6-pound bass on 10 pound. And, you got about a 50-pound sailfish on. This is a nice fish.
He's close to the boat, Pete.
Yeah, he's not far away at all. Okay, there he is, right on the top.
Good job, Karl. Boy, you're all over this fish.
Nice job on him, Flip.
There he is right there. I can see color. He's only down about 40 feet right now, Flip. You just ease him up here. I'll pop a tag in it.
There he was, a dark, wavering shape in the living blue sea, seeming closer than he was, and I pumped carefully, aware that he had probably worn a large hole around the hook. A touch of slack line, and he could be gone.
Okay, ease him up nice and steady. Okay, here we go. Come on, I can't see it. Okay, the tag's in, Flip. I dumped the leader. Tag's in him.
Nice job.
Okay, just... Okay, I'll bring him up here and see where he's hooked if we can, and we'll get the hook out of it.
One more pump. Let me get it. One more pump.
Yeah. Oh, he still wants to fight. Might break the leader. Up, there we go. Tag's in and he's released. Good job. Got it. Billfish Foundation tag in that one.
Great.
Good job. That was a tough fish.
Karl.
Great work, Karl.
You know what?
Nice job.
You know what? You can run a boat.
That was
Had a
nice.
good coach.
The release had been short and sweet, which was just fine with me. The sail was still strong. For the rest of the morning, the Briar Patch prowled the blue waters for another sailfish. But it was not to be. Not today. As Karl turned the boat toward home, I was content to study a visitor from another medium.